Welcome to What's Really Happening in Southern Utah with McKennan Hansen. I'm your host, and today in studio we have Peggy Green, the director of the Iron County Care and Share. Peggy, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got involved with what's going on with the Iron County Care and Share.
Ooh, I'm 17 years new to Cedar City from Los Angeles, and I desperately wanted a slice of the community to fit into. And I think 6 years ago, someone reached out to me and recruited me for this position. And while it wasn't in my direct wheelhouse, it certainly is something that I'm very comfortable with and am endlessly blessed to be able to do.
Tell us what the Iron County Care and Share does and how it serves this area to the fullest extent that it can.
We are a private, nonprofit organization. So we're not connected to the city or county, even though we're called Iron County Care and Share. We are an emergency temporary shelter for men, women, and families. And I say families because we don't take unaccompanied youth. And we are a food pantry, and we provide wraparound support services. So anyone in the community can access our services when it comes to housing assistance or utilities or connections to education or medical. You don't have to be a client in the shelter or even a client of the pantry. You can just reach out to us. And then we also have drop-in day services. So anyone in the community that needs to stop by, take a shower, do laundry, grab a sack lunch, maybe visit with the case manager, that's our hope. Anyone can take advantage of those services.
And it's incredible how important those services are, and that people need those services. And it's a blessing that you guys have that space to offer those things for them. About how many families or how many individuals do you serve on a monthly basis?
So we'll just add a little data in here. So Cedar City sits at about 20% poverty. So that's about 7,000 people, just over 7,000 people. And when I say poverty, I mean a household of one living at $12,000 or less annually. So that's a large group of people. And through our pantry, we see 750 families, unique families a month that come in for a monthly box, weekly bag. We also see through our shelter. So last year we served just over 400 unique individuals for over 11,000 nights of shelter.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's incredible, those statistics, especially in this small community. I couldn't imagine any larger communities and what those populations serve. With the upcoming cold season, with the upcoming seasonal change that we're going through, do you have any reservations about how to help those individuals further?
Always. So obviously when extreme weather comes up, it hampers who we have in shelter and their abilities to kind of get out in the community. So if it's extreme weather and we have somebody that has mobility issues or doesn't have transportation, while we can help, it's still difficult then to get out to work or appointments or to enroll in mainstream benefits to, further your situation. And we have so many people that live unsheltered in Iron County right now. And so we estimate that we have 100 to 125. We can safely locate 50 to 75 of those individuals.
On the outskirts of Iron County. And that includes the Canyon all the way out to the BLM districts.
Correct.
In I would say the Indian Peaks Mountain Range area.
Anywhere.
As close as Three Peaks Mountain Range area. Yeah. With those different families, I know that there was a loss up the canyon a couple of weeks ago, and that's been really hard for your guys' support and how to help those. So how, with those different programs and supporting those individuals out there, how do we get the word out of the shelter is here, and how can we start as a community rallying for these individuals and letting them know of your services?
Share the story. Opportunities like this are what are so incredible for us to be able to get the word out and for our community to understand that there are issues, even though not readily visible. We have no tents, tent cities on Main Street. That's why it's difficult then to locate our unsheltered population, because they do push out into recreation areas, up 14, all of those places. And there's a bright star in this. We did get some funding coming into our community to have winter overflow, meaning we can access some hotel rooms locally. So our shelter's been full, as the DV shelter has, the domestic violence shelter has been for years now. We'll have a bed open up, it'll be full an hour later because we can't reserve anything, but people are coming to us that often.
Wow.
So having these funds to be able to partner with a local motel, which how much more perfect can that be in the down season, to be able to help a business out locally and say, we got you for $70,000 of hotel rooms over the next 3 months.
Wow, that's incredible.
It solves the unsheltered issue, and we're helping a local business.
Right, I was going to say the local support is so crucial in these types of shelters and types of organizations. With the upcoming holiday season, there's a lot of different changes changes in programs that you can do to get involved in these programs. Coming up, we'll be talking about those different programs that we can get involved in and how to really influence and set our community up for success. Thank you so much, Peggy.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Welcome back. I'm McKennan Hansen, the host of What's Really Happening in Southern Utah. Today we have Peggy Green in studio, and we're talking about ways to benefit the local Iron County shelter and care and share for what's going on with this upcoming holiday season. Peggy, tell us a little bit about what holiday programs are out there and how this community can help without necessarily getting right in front of everything.
There's a great collaborative effort that's been going on and that happens every year called Iron County Holiday Assistance. So led up by SUU and Iron County Care and Share with the partnership of Toys for Tots and many other organizations and the schools. Folks in the community are able to apply online at one portal, and they can ask for toys and or food. They can do both. And then the toys are set up in the armory. Thank goodness for the armory donating the space. And parents can shop by the age of their children and get Christmas presents and get them wrapped. And then folks can also sign up for a holiday meal box. And so the holiday meal boxes are a part of the year that become very busy for us. So we want to provide meal boxes at Thanksgiving and at Christmas. Both times are really important, aren't they, to be gathered around the table with our families and have something special. And so right now, listed on our website are the contents of a holiday meal box. And we have the shopping list already built at a Walmart at just a click. You can click, it populates your shopping cart. You can say checkout, and you can either send the contents to us or you can pick them up and bring them to us. A box is about a $34, $35 value with a turkey. Or you can simply just make a $50 donation. We do the shopping, we put the boxes together and get them out to the families.
What an incredible service. And especially where, for me, I want to donate and I want to be involved, but I don't know what that looks like. I know what it looks like for my house and what we have as traditional meals, but I don't know how to, really go through an aisle of, well, if a family doesn't like this or they're allergic to that, or Lord forbid the peanuts and the, gluten and all the things.
Yeah.
But if there's a list, it makes it so much simpler.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for writing the list and making sure. And that was ironcountycareandshare.com?
No, care and share.
Okay.
-ut.org.
Okay.
And to sign up, you go to the Iron County Holiday Assistance on the SUU webpage.
Through their community engagement program with, I think,
Pam
Brannon.
Yes, the
Pam
best.
is such a great asset to this community.
Yes, the
now,
best.
correct me if I'm wrong. She's the one that kind of coordinates the Holiday Assistant and all the different programs going on.
Yes.
Shout out where shout out is due.
She is the one who emails in July and says, anybody ready to talk about the holidays?
Christmas in July never came soon enough.
Exactly.
How incredible. And so with the Holiday Box Assistant program, what other local businesses are helping with this contribution, and do they make it any easier?
I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Lynn's. They've done a tremendous job. They took it under their wing on their own, and they always have a trough right inside that front door where you can purchase items and you can just drop them in the bin and then we pick them up. The other thing is that they have bags that are pre-packed that someone can buy and then donate to Care and Share, just leave right at Lynn's. And then when we pick up on our regular grocery rescue runs, we call them, we can pick up the donations as well. So the best time really is when they have a case sale going on. to grab a case of peanut butter and set it aside for care and share. You don't have to take it to your car. You don't have to forget it or take it. I make donations all the time, and I take things for rides for weeks upon end.
Yes.
I have a case of soup in the back seat that I'm driving around town.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that has things get lost in their vehicle. Oh my goodness. If I had a dime for every time I did that, right? Yeah. So with this holiday program, what other organizations do you tie into that we can also help support and go through with equal benefit? I know that we had Laura Albrecht on here earlier, and her program with the Holiday Tree Jubilee ties into a bunch of programs, and I believe you're still one of those programs, correct?
We are, and you know the Holiday Tree Jubilee kicks off the night of the downtown, Cedar City downtown Christmas lighting ceremony.
Which is such a special event in and of itself.
We're in on that too, and what's really cool is the city will sponsor 8 trees, then we find business sponsors for those trees. The 8 trees get decorated. They have a 30-minute window on the spot right next to the city building. Will be set up right before the lighting ceremony.
Yes.
And businesses decorate their trees with a theme. I just have to say, hospital hits it out of the park every time.
Every year.
Yeah, you should see the things they put on their tree, themed wise. It's very entertaining.
Yes.
But then what happens is those trees get judged, and oh, sad trees, we judge them, but there's a winner, and then they get a prize. But those 8 trees get donated, fully decorated to a family through Iron County Holiday Assistance. So, and then we all get to stand around, and there's choirs that will sing, and Santa will arrive in a very special way.
Yes.
And cocoa, the good stuff, and we flip on the lights, and it's a really magical time.
It is, and it's incredible through the holiday seasons how some of us lose sight of what's really important, and going through and helping these families, you know, over 750 in Iron County need help on a continual basis, and going through the different areas and the different aspects of helping them enjoy the holidays just as much as we enjoy the holidays. It's really important to us as business owners, as local community members, to go through and support those individuals. So please reach out to careandshare.org and make sure and donate to your local Iron County Care and Share. Coming up, we're going to discuss the developments and how you can get involved with the growth of what the Iron County Care and Share is going to be going through in the next 12 months. Welcome back to What's Really Happening in Southern Utah. I'm McKennan Hansen, your host, with Peggy Green, the Executive Director of the Iron County Care and Share, in studio today. We've been discussing what the Iron County Care and Share does in this area and how they influence so many different lives on such a basic level that's really important for just the health of our county. Peggy, going back to some of the things that we talked about in the beginning of the show, remind us how many families and how many individuals, and kind of give us an overview of your clientele.
Sure. Important to remember, 29 counties in Utah. Right now, Iron County sits second from the bottom. Only San Juan is below us with a higher level of poverty. So our poverty is something we really have to pay attention to, because that is our root, right? And so we want to develop solutions for the root. We assist over 750 families a month through our food pantry with monthly boxes, weekly bags. We can house up to 40 individuals, men, women, and families, in our temporary shelter, and last year provided just about 11,000 nights of shelter. Another important thing is that we have an estimated 400 students in the Iron County School District that live in homelessness, and a smaller slice of those students yet, albeit one is too many, are the students that are under 18 and living completely independent, no parent, no guardian. And so if you can imagine being 15 or 16 and living independently, and some of the amazing things that I hear about our homeless students are their desire to stop the cycle that they're in, to stay in school, to really succeed, to get their hands on every resource that they can so that they can change their situation. The other thing, and this is so disconcerting, the young people are very aware that their friends' families are struggling and that everybody is up against big things right now. And you'll hear from a teenager, I can only crash on, my friend's couch for so many nights. Their family's having a hard time. How can I put my extra burden on them?
Right.
That's a heavy load for a kiddo. That's a heavy load.
Yes,
So
for
that's
anybody.
and that's where we're lucky that Youth Futures is coming in. So Youth Futures is started in Ogden, has a youth homeless shelter in St. George, and now we're going to have a shelter in Cedar with transitional housing for youth specific.
What an incredible growth and development.
Yeah.
It is sad, and it's heart-wrenching to realize that there's over 400 youth homelessness and not knowing where their next meal is going to come from, and then still having to go through school and having to go through the basic bare necessities that I would even venture to say some adults aren't even capable of handling.
Yeah.
It's incredible that you have programs and that there's systems in place in Iron County to help as many people as we can. Through the transition of, summer into the fall season, are we seeing, and with the inflation at an all-time interestingness,
Yes.
I will say, have we seen other clientele come in to the Care and Share or to the Hope Pantry to figure out what's actually happening or on that level of things?
One of the things that we had noticed even pre-pandemic was the increasing age of our clients, both in pantry and through our shelter. So our eldest client was 86 years old in our temporary shelter. And we also had an individual that was in his mid to late 70s that came from living in the canyon on his own, was very ill, and passed away in the first week that he was with us in shelter. So while I was glad that he was with us and he wasn't in the canyon alone, he really needed better care than we could offer. He needed to be in hospice care. And so with gaps in the community, that's what happens. Service providers start wearing lots of different hats. And then you're worried about, are you properly taking care of people? So increasing age is really something that's happening right now. We have a lot of people visiting our pantry right now, a lot of seniors that are coming directly from the grocery store saying, I went to do my regular shopping and I can't afford my groceries. Can you give me food? So there is multiple options for seniors. We do a monthly commodity box, which is a pre-packed box that seniors are eligible for. Then they can get another food box on top of that and weekly pantry bags. And then, of course, what we do best is hooking people up with resources. So getting people to 5 County Association of Governments for heat assistance, cooling assistance, senior services, making sure that seniors know about Meals on Wheels and the Senior Center, and just helping people connect all the dots to what is in place right now.
It's incredible the amount of resources, the amount of communication that we have, especially through social media right now. It seems like the resources are endless. Although I was speaking with another individual this morning, the paperwork is so cumbersome. And who do you go for what? And how do you filter through that? And it's incredible that your guys' services also have that. You are the, I'm going to say, funnel of information. You come to the Iron Care and Share, you talk to Peggy, you know what resources you have, and she's going to help you through that entire process. What an incredible strength. So Peggy, upcoming in the next 12 months, what are you most excited for?
Okay, so we have a goal. So we all know it's a little chilly right now and the winter months are coming. And so then the white stuff comes, okay?
Yeah,
so that's always disconcerting. It's always disconcerting when you think about our unsheltered individuals. And we have such a large population of people right now, as we mentioned previously, living up Canyon 14, Highway 14, out at Three Peaks, different recreation areas. So our goal is, we own 2 acres of land behind our shelter and pantry. We need to level our ground. That's our first goal.
Okay.
Then we want to take 5 camps out of the canyon or out of Three Peaks and get those folks to us. We would like to get 5 teardrop trailers donated. We have a line on 1 or 2 of them.
Okay.
We would like to build personal lockers so folks can store their household in these locked lockers that are right next to their trailer so that the trailer can be dedicated to just safe sleep. We all know what that feels like, to go home at the end of a day and plop in your bed and not have to, and be able to close your eyes, not have to worry. Am I safe? Can I fall asleep? Is this, you don't think about that all the time. So we want people to have that space and to be safe and to be healthy and be able to move forward.
Thank you so much, Peggy.
Thank you.
It's incredible the knowledge that's out there, especially with Peggy's resources and going through the Iron County Care and Share, how we can help as a community and really come together as the Iron County that I know we are and we are capable of, helping those 750 families monthly and helping those, 400 youth that are in homelessness. It's incredible how we can change their stories and we can help them. Thank you for joining us with what's really happening in Southern Utah. This is your host, McKennan Hansen.